And we are still learning new details about what some call one of the biggest schemes ever to defraud the city of Jacksonville. It's the potential sale of JEA and a payout that would have put millions of dollars in the pockets of top executives. The former CEO of JEA, Aaron Zahn, and his chief financial officer, Ryan Wanamaker, are accused of trying to pull that off. Both are charged with conspiracy and fraud. News4Jax reporter Jim Piggott has been following this story for 6 years now. He joins us live from the Duval County Courthouse with details on today's testimony. Jim?
You know, I tell you, they just ended court for today, and walking this way, it's kind of hard to see as Ryan Wanamaker. He just left the courthouse. Aaron Zahn left just a short time ago as well. But I got to tell you, this was a day when we really heard from former board members, some of the chairmen of the JEA board, two of them actually, talking about this whole case and how they would have never have approved this bonus plan had they known it could pay out millions to top executives and even to lawyers. Aaron Zahn and Ryan Wanamaker are accused of devising the bonus plan that was approved by the JEA board in 2019. Had JEA been sold, that plan would pay out millions to those on the top instead of that money coming to city coffers. Board members said today that when they gave a thumbs up on the plan, they only believed that it would pay out about $3 million in all. And it was never mentioned at the time what would happen to those payouts if JEA were sold to another utility. Alan Howard was board chairman for part of 2019. I asked him today about his testimony. You know, Alan, I just got to ask you, you said this up there. Had you known that payout could have been so high, would you have gone for this?
I don't think any board member would have supported hundreds of millions of dollars in payouts to an executive on the sale of JEA.
Do you think Zahn and Wanamaker devised this plan to do this to get rich?
I haven't heard all the evidence, Jim. I don't have an opinion.
In your opinion, though, I mean, do you really see that they're capable of doing that?
I've really got all the respect for the jury system here. I trust the jury to hear all the facts and make the right decision.
Another former board member, Andy Allen, took the stand earlier. He stepped down from the board in late 2019, primarily because of conflicts with his development company. But he indicated the reputation of JEA was going downhill and impacting his business. And he said, "I was trying to convey my resignation as politely as possible." Former City Council member Brenda Priestley Jackson was watching this play out in court today. She had been involved in a City Council investigation into the failed sales attempt and uncovered more information surrounding the controversial payout plan. First off, your overall reaction to this trial, is it necessary?
The trial is essential. Our neighbors need answers. I mean, this had the potential to be the largest fleecing of our neighbors in Jacksonville and to seriously diminish our quality of life.
Do you think that Zahn and Wanamaker did that?
I don't know. I think that's what the trial is going to reveal. You know, I think that the reality is something of this magnitude required an entirely different level of coordination.
Brenda Priestley Jackson said more is going to be revealed. That is true after sitting in court. Attending all of these meetings for the JEA in the past, I'm actually seeing how a lot of this was laid out and what went down. So they're going back to be back tomorrow at 9 a.m., and this could go on for another 3 weeks. We're live at the federal courthouse. Jim Piggott, Channel 4, the local station.
Jim, thank you.